Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is Tony Pollard. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Toss left to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Elliott, toss right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 25 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. And that was the old QB one-man band play there in the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Now it's Wilson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. Pushing his way through. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, a guy who considers himself underrated, has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On first down, it's Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Now it's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 42 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The return man, Wilson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They'll run it with Elliott. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. A shotgun snap, Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, 28 yards. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete, and he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10th carry now for Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Out of the gun. Fields. And Graham's got it over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Fields. Being chased out left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Cowboys. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came to this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. The screen pass here to Cohen. And He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Fields. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. A final shot before the break. Fields. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Final play of the half. Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they picked up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Fields. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught by Montgomery. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Montgomery back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Touchdown! That's caught. Jimmy Graham. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now Pollard. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some strong running. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll run with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Fields on 1st down.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Here's Fields. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott from the gun.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, it's Montgomery. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Back to throw, Fields.
Touchdown, Bears! Jimmy Graham, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play.
Oh, and now they're going to... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll try to throw now. Prescott forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
On 1st down, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Read option, here's Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it, and the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
To throw, Prescott. Finding Schultz.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here's Dak.
Flushed out right. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Going up top. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Zerline's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Rodgers now on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tounament.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Not mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time,
and it's a Packers touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Elliott on 1st down going absolutely nowhere. He'll lose about 3 on the play.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Off the play fake, Prescott on the move to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Finding room inside the 40.
And down to the 29-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
This is caught. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan, 28 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Cowboys nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Runs over him, sheds off the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff left, Elliott. Room here to run. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 53 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers steps away, and his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, They want the big play downfield. They don't want to.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Osa Odighizuwa breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Now Pollard. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's got room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On play action, Rodgers. Flush to his right. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
This is Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Toss left to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 31 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
2nd down and 3. Slant to Adams. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
2nd down and 4.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And that's complete to Adams.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. 2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. 30, the 20, 10, 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds.
Oh, wide open, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now Pollard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Here's Dak. Rolling to his left. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And